Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Madisonville Marine. G3s, skeeters, aqua patios, hurricanes. Whether you want a fishing boat, a boat for skiing, a boat for the whole family, Madisonville Marine carries more makes and models than anyone from Georgia to Nashville and probably beyond that. There's no better place to buy a boat. Madisonville Marine, Highway 411 North in Madisonville, madmarine.com. All right, back with Marlon Walls, Will Overstreet, Justin Hamilton down there. Injuries have been in the news this week, as I said, with Tua Tagovailoa and the horrific concussion issues that we all saw play out this week and starting last Sunday, or Cedric Tillman with the ankle surgery that has been reported this week. I've talked to enough former players, college, pro, wherever, to know that guys play through injuries and then later they wind up saying, I probably shouldn't have played through that. The number of guys who I've seen greet each other, former players, and it's like, hey, man, good to see you. What part has been replaced on you? Yeah. I mean, that's just part of the game. You all know it. You all played it. My question is, and this may be uncomfortable, and I'm certainly not aiming this at Tennessee. Mm-hmm. You could say this about high school, college, pro. Team doctors are employed by the teams. Coaches win and lose jobs by winning and losing games. Everybody has an interest in getting those guys back out there. Who's got the player's interest, number one? Anyone want to jump on that one?
Well, it better be the player, and it better be the player's family or wife or whoever it is, because that is the only people that, no matter what you think about your own coaches and doctors or whatever, that's the only people you should be trusting first and foremost. And, you know, I've been in situations where even a trainer looked at me, and after our team doctor came to visit me, and he said, you should get your second opinion. I mean, it was pretty obvious that, especially in NFL locker rooms, anybody in the NFL locker room will walk up to you and go, do not trust the team doctor. I mean, that is the known absolute thing. The team doctor is almost a joke of, yes, they'll tell you something, but if this has to do with, is this going to get you back on the field faster? Right. They're going to tell you that. That is the known standard thing, and it was always go get second, third, fourth opinion. Do not listen to the team doctor at all about anything.
And a lot of the pro teams don't like you doing that.
No,
because they want you to follow their guy, because the whole team doctor's job is to get you on the field. A doctor's job, a non-team doctor's job, is to get you healthy.
Yeah, and they'll say, that guy doesn't know about football. He doesn't know how tough you are. You know, they'll say stuff like that. And you're like, but, you know, that's not what you should be looking. So you have to, I mean, you can still have sometimes the team doctor gives you the right advice, and the second opinion backs it up, and the third opinion backs it up. But occasionally you do go in and you get a whole different set of thing that goes, that is not smart. I would not be doing that. I mean, and so you do have differences, and at the very least, it's doing your due diligence to make sure there is no conflict of interest. So it's the smart thing to do, whether you think the coach or the player or the doctor are doing everything right for you. It's still the right thing to do to go get a separate opinion that has no financial interest being bound up into this.
And in college, you're talking about long-term financial interest, because you're talking about guys down the road. Justin, you've been a player, you've been a coach. Seems to me, and I'm not trying to, if I were a coach, human nature would be, if it's 60-40, this guy probably shouldn't play, but my job depends on it, I may try and change those odds a little bit. How much does that play into the college game?
I think it plays into almost every game, because you have, at the heart of it, you have competitors that want to compete. And anytime you're told, oh, you can get back out there, I mean, that's, I think, what we all want to hear. But it's not, like Will said, it's not the smartest thing. I think you have to, as a coach, it's really difficult, because most coaches go off of the information of the medical staff. If they say a player's up, then he's up. If they say he's down, then he's down. And that's really the information, particularly in the middle of a game. That's all the information you get. You don't get the diagnosis at that point usually. In terms of who's looking out for the player, it has to be a third party or a second opinion doctor that has zero interest in whether or not the young man plays football. That, to me, is how you are as intelligent as you can be. You can be educated as much as you possibly can be, but unless your family is physicians. You're not going to be as educated as if you seek your own physician. And I think it's a good byproduct of NIL that we don't talk about. These kids can afford quality second opinion doctors now. A lot of them can, or their families can, but with their NIL money. And I think that's something that hopefully you'll see continue throughout the game.
Very good. Marlon, hang on. I tell you,
Gotcha.
I'm going to start with you in the next segment because I want to continue talking about this and the culture of football that goes with it. Talking about, there have been some people who've thrown blame on Tua Tagovailoa this week for, well, he should have known better than to go out there. And there's like 10% of me that agrees with that. But that isn't the way football works. We'll discuss that when we come back. Plus, we got a lot more to come on this show. A full LSU Tennessee preview still coming at you. Come on back on the Sports Source.